If you ever wish baby books could be beautiful as well as educational, Tabitha Paige's books are definitely a book I would choose for your baby's book area. So Tabitha created both this book here, which is called Our Little Adventures. It's a great book to encourage your child's language development by exploring nature as well as stories of kindness and friendship. This comes with 3 books here: A Trip to the Wildflower Meadow, A Trip to the Farmer's Market, as well as A Trip to the Forest. They're all beyond beautiful. This is what the front looks like. Great quality. This one has a head of basil on it. One to the forest. So these are great storytime reads. Let's see, this is an example of the inside of the Wildflower Meadow book. Tabitha Paige, she specializes in language development as she is a speech pathologist, and she actually does very delicate watercoloring herself. So she's the writer as well as the illustrator. Beyond beautiful pages here. These are some other books that she wrote. Let's see, so this one here, oh, where did it go? It's right here. So this one here is a baby's black and white contrast book. This was one of the everyday books I used for Gianna during her 0 to 3 month mark, being that it has high contrast photos, and it's actually very interesting. So this one is one of these large books where, as it's time for tummy time, or they're just on their back hanging out, it's a perfect book to put around them. That way they can engage in simple colors that's not overwhelming. We have a cute little lamb here, a horse, seal, a hen with that perfect bright red contrast that will grab their attention. So yeah, this is one of the favorites for a baby's younger years. Perfect for tummy time, like I said. Another book of hers is called Our Little Library, and this is actually a collection set here. Let's see, can it focus? So here it comes with 5 different books, and this is great for vocabulary skills while being beyond beautifully designed. So here we have fruits and vegetables, farm animals, toys, forest animals, transportation. And what I like about these books is that they're very straightforward, just simple one words with beautiful designs. As a parent, they are very aesthetically pleasing while being educational. So it's perfect to have in your nursery as just a book on display or as an everyday read. What I love about these books is that in the back of each one here, it actually gives you sort of like an educational activity to do with your kid. So for instance, find a fruit or veggie that grows in the ground. And then we could say onion or potatoes. Find a fruit and veggie that is blue. So then your baby would point out blueberries. Find a fruit or veggie that bunnies eat. So it's a super fun activity to do with your child to help them engage. Here's another example of the back of this bunny book. For instance, find the animal that has a shell. And they're able to look around and identify, oh, a turtle has a shell. And let's see, so actually Tabitha has this note to parents which explains that these books, it's great for ages 0 to 2. If your baby does not yet have an attention span to listen, it helps just to look at the pages one by one. Let's see, like this one here. For ages 3 to 4, it's great for focusing and comprehension, reading the story through, asking questions, pointing out vocabulary. It's great for ages 5 plus. As your child is beginning to be a new reader, they're able to read the books with you, read the books to you, follow through. And actually, I have this one that I like to keep in my nursery, which is the same as, where is it? So it's the same as our little library, except this is called our very little library. I keep this one more for looks or for books on the go. So it looks like this, and you open it up this way. It has the same books plus more, but tiny versions of them. So they're great for on the go. Great for your child to actually, for your baby to read, being that the books are great quality. They're very thick. Pages won't rip. Here's an example of, let's see, the clothes. So you open it, shoes, socks, boots, and hat. Super cute. I'm gonna do a comparison of the fruits and vegetables from the small book, which is right here, from the fruits and veggies from the large book. Both are great. One's large, one's small. Same concept. This is an example of the first page from the big book, first page from the small book. Like I said, this one's great for on the go, or if you want to read this one to your daughter or son while your baby holds on to the mini one and follows through. Great books overall. I recommend these books. They're, like I said, they're beautiful, very educational, great first-time books, great books for babies, for toddlers. I definitely recommend the baby's black and white one when they're in the younger years. And then our very little library when they're, I would say, more toddler years, although I read this to my 5-month-old almost every day. I like to just read simple words, straightforward words, and show her the symbol to each word. And this story, so these books too are great for all ages. I can't wait to read these to her when she's a toddler and can understand the story. But as of right now, even though she's 5 months, I still love to read these books. We definitely get our giggles in. And I, as a parent, actually enjoy the stories myself. It's just beautiful and cute, simple stories. Here's an example of the back vocabulary. After you go through the whole story, there's a back vocabulary which reiterates each object in the story, and it definitely helps with comprehension. So overall, I would recommend these books. Hands down, one of my favorite books. I can't wait. I know Tabitha Paige is coming out with more books. I believe she's coming out with an Easter book, a Christmas book, and more of a boys book. So that comes out next year, I believe, and I can't wait. I'm pre-ordering those. They're beautiful, and I would love to have more of her books in our nursery. So definitely would check these out. I personally bought these on Amazon. I put them on my registry, and out of everything on my registry, they are one of my favorites for me as a parent, as well as Gianna being my daughter.